What's up, guys? Dragon Power 17 here, and today I'm coming at you guys with a Blue Eyes Invoked deck profile. So, I've been wanting to make this deck for a while, and the only card I needed was the Gemini Seraphonite, and I finally got one, so here's the deck profile. Without further ado, let's get started. Of course, you're running the triple Blue Eyes White Dragon, triple Alternative Dragon, standard. Can't really call it a Blue Eyes deck without those guys. We've got the the one of Dragon Spirit of White. So my testing out this deck, all the testing I did, I really like this card in standard Blue Eyes. I'll run this as a 2 of, and I had the trouble of breaking away from that standard Blue Eyes mentality. Realize that this is still a good card, but there's some things you want to focus on more so than going into this thing. You kind of want to see your Blue Eyes and your alternative more often. They're better, they're stronger. Not really quite like, well, this is probably better, but like they're stronger and they're more searchable, because you've got the White Stone Legend to search your Blue Eyes, and the Melody searches out both of these guys. So, if I had to make the cut to Spirit of White and a few other cards that make Spirit of White pretty good. So, on to the rest of them. We got our triple Sage and triple White Stone Ancients, one White Stone Legend, and one Effect Veiler. So the Effect Veiler is really good. If you happen to open it, it's even better. But the thing about the Sage search, like the double normal summon with the Gem Knight, the Brilliant Fusion engine, is I kind of don't really see the purpose of summoning Sage a second time if I do have it without the Veiler, because I mean, you're just searching stones all day, and that doesn't really gain you much advantage. You'd rather have those in the grave. So I think searching the Veiler is very important for the deck. The rest of the monsters, we've got the triple Alistair, of course, and the one Gem Knight Lazuli. You run Lazuli because it has a lot of synergy with the deck as it is. When this card is sent to the grave by a card effect, you target a normal monster in your grave and add to your hand. So it functions as a White Stone Legend of sorts. It gets you Blue Eyes to your hand, except from the graveyard. And that's really good. And this is the one instance where if you do happen to open Lazuli, you're not up shit's creek, essentially. There's Alistair, which can search Invocation. You can actually summon Gem Knight Seraphonite that way. You pitch the Lazuli and any light monster from your hand, and out comes Gem Knight Seraphonite. So it's not that bad. And if you happen to have a Blue Eyes in the grave when you did that, you get it to your hand. So the Lazuli is not very bad to draw. Next, we've got the triple Galaxy Soldier, which is my favorite. He's honorary Blue Eyes. Remember, he's one of my favorite cards in the deck. I just love the Infinity play. And that rounds off the monsters. I hope you guys are keeping count, because I wasn't. I don't know. It's a 43 card deck. Onto the spells, we've got the triple Melody, the triple Return, and the one Silver Scry, and the one Dragon Shrine to round out the Blue Eyes engine. So these are the cards that I cut. These combo best with Dragon Spirit of White. Now I was running 2 of each originally, so it's a 6 card total. And I realized first turn, thinking about it, you're really not gonna go into it as much, or not want to go into it unless you had to. If you don't have to, then you don't have to worry about it. So I kind of cut those to 1, thinking that way. And you've got the Ancient Stone to summon it from the deck if you do want to pull it off. But again, during turn 1, you really rather go after Blue Eyes White Dragon, or you're going to banish 1 stone from the grave to add Blue Eyes to your hand to trade in, or anything else you need Blue Eyes in your hand for. So cutting these down makes sense in this particular build, because you're not going to really focus on using the Dragon Spirit of White going first. The rest of the spells, we've got the triple Brilliant Fusion. And then we've got the Draw Engine. We've got the triple Trade-In, the double Wonder Wand, and double Pot of Desires. To round off our Draw Engine. I don't know. I really like Pot of Desires in a lot of different decks, and this is one of those decks that Pot of Desires works really well in because, you know, it's Pot of Desires. You know. Our Invoked engine, we run the 1 of Invocation and 1 of Magical Meltdown. Running Magical Meltdown in more than one, I really don't like. Yes, you'll see Alistair, and it'll make your Gemini Seraphonite play more validated, I guess. But if you already have it, or if you resolve one, then you kind of need to see any others. But Magical Meltdown is cool because it does protect you from getting Brilliant Fusion negated on activation. And the 1 of Invocation, you really don't want to see it. I really hate drawing it. Yes, I run Pot of Desires, and there's a possibility of me banishing it, but that's not really the end of the world because this deck is a Blue Eyes deck at heart. You got plenty of other stuff to go into. DD Crow is also a problem, but breaking is even more of a problem. And drawing this card is dead a lot because if you don't have the Alistair, well, then you can't fuse with it. Unless you have a Lazuli, like I said earlier. And last but not least, we have the 1 of Soul Charge to run off our deck. We have 43 cards. Let's go into the extra deck, shall we? We've got double Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon as our 9s, and we've got the 1 Azure Eyes. Then we've got at the Spirit Dragon targets, we've got the 1 Moonlight Dragon and the 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. So even with the Gemini engine, the Brilliant Fusion engine, I really like to go into Ancient Fairy turn 1 as well. If I use my normal summon on Sage, search whatever tuner, and then if I normal summon Alistair, that way I can still get off the optimal play, summon Alistair, make the Mechaba, and then have Ancient Fairy Dragon summon whatever tuner from hand to the field, sing for Crystal Wing, and then banish whatever tuner I use to summon Crystal Wing to summon the Mechaba on Invocation. Or I can just banish the Ancient Fairy Dragon, which probably makes more sense. So I'll probably banish the Ancient Fairy Dragon. And gives me Crystal Wing and Mechaba and whatever else I can make in turn 1. Of course, the Crystal Wing of... onto our Exceeds, we got the 1, number 38, the Galaxy Cipher, full armor, and Heliopolis. Heliopolis is probably... he's still in testing phase. He could probably get cut for something else, but I haven't decided what yet. We have the 1 Infinity, 1 Nova. The cool thing about this part of the engine, which makes it even more viable, is if any reason Nova happens to get destroyed. Let me read the card. Or I can read it here, I guess. Zoom in. There we go. Card is in your possession, sent to the graveyard. Destroyed in your possession. So in your possession is different from on your field. In your possession means you have access to it. So if it's destroyed from your extra deck or gets negated by warning or strike, then you get to resolve its effect to summon a fusion machine monster, which Invoked Mechaba, zoom back into this, Invoked Mechaba is a machine fusion, so that's really good synergy with that part of the deck. And then last but not least, the hardest card to get out of all those cards, Gemini Seraphonite. And that's the round of the extra deck. 15 cards, of course. Onto the side deck, which is also what I wanted to run the Gym Knights for, is normal summon. The addition of normal summon to summon Denko Sekka is fucking amazing. Summon Sage, do all your blue eye stuff, then summon a Denko, or summon a Denko first, then summon Sage, do all your blue eye stuff, so that way your stuff is protected. So Denko is really, really good. I might run Bro Hunter, I don't know, we'll see. Double DD Crow, always good. Double Lava Golem over Kaijus, because so my rationality behind this is this deck does a heck of a lot of special summoning, and yes, I'm focusing on more normal summons, but in the end of the day, you don't have to normal summon either way. So give them the Lava Golem, because a lot of decks make boards of multiple monsters, not just one big boss monster. So the Lava Golem is really strong in that regard, because it doesn't get rid of one monster, it gets rid of two. And you can summon it in defense mode, as opposed to having to summon it in attack mode. You can still, if you chose to, like, summon a Kaiju as well, if they have three monsters, or what have you, but I don't know, I just like Lava Golem a lot. He's a guaranteed 8, so if I do something like Cypher Dragon or something, I can snatch him up, or summon him in attack mode and absorb it with Infinity, or just burn him for fucking 1,000 during the standby phase. It's a lot of stuff you can do with that card. Double Twin Twister, 1 Raigeki, and this ratio is subject to change. I have 2 anti spells, 3 anti spells, 2 Road Decree. The ratio could possibly change to 3 of these and 2 of those. Yeah, that's the side deck. There's lots of stuff I could definitely alter about this side deck as well, like maybe bump this to 3, or because it's also a trade-in target. Maybe bump this to 3, because back row would be a problem if I didn't have this card, but that's what I've got so far. If you guys enjoyed this deck profile at any time, any way, shape, or form, leave a like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'll have my social media stuff in the description box. You can comment below anything that you guys like to run in your Invoked engine-based decks. There's a lot of different things you can do with this deck, so if you can leave in the comments what kind of Invoked decks you like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.